Lockhart.
All right, I've been walking up and down Hollywood Boulevard right now. You see, over here, see the sign that says Hollywood Museum? So we've got a big event there that we're going to be doing tonight for a red carpeting, and we're going to be talking to a lot of stars. Burt Ward of Batman's going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun, and this is the event that we were going to. It was kind of, hey, Tony Tarantino is with us. Hey, Tony, I'm going to send you, I think I sent you some dates. Tony Tarantino, everybody, great movie director, been around Hollywood and writer for a long time, producer, Tony Tarantino, and we're going to have him on the Jesse T Show in studio here coming up in a couple of weeks. So we'll have to hook up Tony. But I'm out here in Hollywood at a special red carpet event, and I've been looking for Dan the Man, but I can't find him. So I'm going to keep. I want to let you know what I'm doing here. Dan the Man called me, and he said he was lost on Hollywood somewhere, Hollywood and Vine. So I'll catch up with him in a second. So it's a Hollywood Museum tonight. Media alert! Oh my goodness, a Hollywood Museum 20th Century Superhero Legends exhibit dedicated to fight evil. Yes, we're going to be out here. Big exhibit. If you've never been to the Hollywood Museum at the old Max Factor building, well, we'll give you the 5-cent tour here later on as everybody's standing at the world famous Hollywood and Highland. Now, this building behind me, this tall building right there, this was the tallest building in Hollywood at one time. And this is where office, Earl Flynn had his office in here, Charlie Chaplin had his office in here, Barbara Stanwyck had his office, Robert Mitchum had his office up in this building at one time. And there's so many famous, wait a minute, wait a second. Is that Dan the Man? I think that's Dan the Man. Here he's coming. No, I thought that was Dan. I thought you were my buddy for a second, Dan the Man. No. Where's Dan the Man?
Here I am.
Where are you?
I'm over here.
Are you up the tree down?
Can't you see me?
Are you in the car?
I'm not a leprechaun.
Wait a minute. Are you one of these talking things? Wait a second. Dan the Man.
I'm a ventriloquist.
Wait, that doesn't look like you, Dan the Man. Wait. Oh, God Almighty.
Good morning, Vietnam.
My goodness gracious. It's Dan Elvis Presley, the Man.
I'm ready for my close-up, Tony. Don't forget me, I got skill.
Tony Tarantino, everybody, Dan the Man, the skill master, the ladies' man.
Beep-bop-a-loo-la, she's my baby.
Beep-bop-a-loo-ba, driving me crazy. Beep-bop-a-loo.
Do the Humpty Hump.
I don't know how to do that one anymore. So, Dan the Man, let's go back over here. Where you been, buddy? We missed you in San Jose on the Jesse T Show.
I've been carousing the boulevard of dreams.
So we went up to San Jose and we were at the All-Pro Taekwondo Martial Arts Hall of Fame, and with a lot of great seafoods, and of course Master Jeff Langton won Master of the Year.
He's a top-flight boxing trainer and martial artist and actor.
And we missed you up there, though. It was a good time, and they served us a great meal. We had a great time, but, you know, there's nothing like Dan the Man. I'm going to give them a shot here. Hollywood Boulevard. There's nothing like it. No matter where you are in the world, Hollywood Boulevard, right there. Everything's happening right here. Hollywood and Highland. Very famous. And of course, that big thing on the left-hand side called the El Capitan, that's a big theater in there, about 2,000 people, Dan the Man, and it's huge. And then they have the Roosevelt Hotel down there, and I can tell stories, and everybody. In fact, that Roosevelt Hotel has ghosts in it, buddy. Ghosts in it.
And Errol Flynn's been known to cruise the halls as a ghost.
He has, at the Roosevelt Hotel. And many ghosts there. It's kind of spooky when you go there at night and you're walking around at 2 or 3 in the morning. It's kind of spooky.
Spooky by the classics 4.
A 1, a 2, A 1, 2, 3, 4.
Everything's kind of crazy with a spooky little girl like you. Spooky!
Okay, yes, you didn't know we were going to sing for you, did you guys? No, yes, that's what happens to Dan the Man and I.
I'm a falsetto.
You said you had faults. You had faults on too? Falsies or something? What?
Yeah, they packed up and left me flat.
The Hard Rock Cafe is down there too, in the Chinese Theater. We do a lot of red carpets at the Chinese and the Chinese Groms. It was originally known as the Groms Theater, and then the Chinese Theater, and that's the big one, man. They used to have the Academy Awards there, and of course this street is just packed every day and every night of the year with the tourists coming in and all the great things. Jimmy Kimmel does his show down there from the Hollywood Masonic Temple, which is no longer a temple. So this is like the most busy corner in Hollywood, you know, and we like coming out here. And one of the reasons why we like coming out here is you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's for damn sure.
I mean, this place is, you never know what you're going to see. You never know what you're going to run into. And you never know just who you might see.
The Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Yes, the Boulevard of Broken Dreams. The Jesse T Show right here from 5 to 6. We're going to be going into the Hollywood Museum, which is kind of across the street too. You know, you got Ripley's Believe It or Not, and right behind that is the Max Factor building, the Hollywood Museum. And so come on, let's go for a walk, Dan the Man. Let's kind of walk down here, and I'll switch microphones over here so that folks can hear you. And I'll get that mic going over here like this. Hold on. Now they're just hearing my heart go pitter pat or pitter pat. Okay. All right. So Jose Davia is on here with us. So anyhow, this was a world famous building right here, and they had a lot of movie stars, and their offices were through these halls right here and up. This was originally, this building here behind it was originally Stella Adler, the actress, the actor and teaching coach. Yeah, that was originally that. But this whole building was owned by Stella Adler, the acting coach. She was an actress, and her acting theater is in there. So we got that, and of course you have this, Dan the Man. You have the stars down here like this. Al Christie, early film star. Lindsay Wagner, Lindsay Wagner.
She's going to be there tonight.
She might be there tonight.
Yeah.
And what was she a star in?
Bionic Woman.
Bionic Woman. And they're doing a new film with Damon, I believe. It's called The $1 Billion Man, not The $1 Million Man. The $1 Billion Man. Hey. John Goodman, the big John Goodman. You know, the star right there. You know Big John. And hey, you know Bing, right? Bing Crosby. Bing Crosby. Boom boom.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Christmas is right around the corner, everyone.
Yes, it is. And I just got done asking the Scientologists earlier if they believed in Santa Claus, and I totally confused them. Edgar Bergen, another great film star.
And Charlie McCarthy.
That's right, the little dummy. Roseanne, you know, who's the one that's always in trouble now. And we have so many others here. You're going to like this guy. You're going to like this guy, Dan the Man. We both grew up listening to him on the radio. Chick Hearn, baby. And the Jello is jiggling.
Go Lakers.
Lakers announcer forever. He was the one that created the word
baby.
Slam dunk was created by Chick Hearn.
That's right.
And at the end of the show, he said that Jello is jiggling. And what was his passage? You remember it? You recall it? No, I don't recall the whole thing. But you can check it out.
The kernels are popping and the butter is roasting.
And the Jello is jiggling. and the Lakers win. Mark and Brian, they were two radio announcers.
And don't forget their third partner, Frank Sontag, who's Christian evangelist now.
Oh, really?
Yes, Frank.
Okay, I didn't know Frank is into that.
Yes.
Okay, so now you shifted on me. Okay, you stay on that side. All right, so now we're coming up to another famous building here. We're kind of giving you the another famous building coming up. And
well, look what we have here. Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa, I adore you. Those lips are so bright and red.
I think she's on Botox or something. Look at them lips.
Boy, them lips are grown. Wow.
Stop and take a selfie.
Nah, we're going in there. We're going there. Whoa, I have enough selfies, brother. Forget about it. Okay. So when I was a kid growing up, I used to take Mama T out here, right? And there was a bookstore right here. And it was an old school bookstore. And it's the Museum of Illusions now. They've got a lot of touristy things here now. And the Museum of Illusions was a bookstore. We used to come in here after we'd go to a movie, and we'd hang out in here, this bookstore, and there was another bookstore down the street. Yeah, B. Dalton was better than this one. This one was more of a modern type bookstore. So they've got Illusions, a museum here for people who are enjoying their vacation. And right here's a world famous building, the Scientology building, but before that it was a hotel, and then it was an apartment complex where a lot of movie stars used to stay in this area, because the studios were all here at that time, and there was nothing but open land really back in the 30s and the 40s and the 50s. So it was a different Hollywood than it is now, Dan the Man. In fact, you remember you were only 20 years old in 1930. I mean, you remember those days, don't you?
I remember the Depression. We were starving.
Did you have some split pea soup and some potatoes?
No, ketchup and warm water. Tomato soup.
Yeah. I've been there, man. Been there. Ketchup and warm water with a little salt. You got yourself tomato soup. Anyhow, that's owned by...
Hi, Lisa.
Is Lisa with us? Hey, Lisa's with us. Michael and Ellie. So what we're doing, we're just kind of doing the Jesse T show as we walk up Hollywood Boulevard. We'll go up to the Egyptian, and then we'll come back. Are you good for that? You all right?
Yes.
Okay. I got to take care of Dan the Man, you know. Because without Dan the Man, there would be no Jesse T show. So what Hollywood's turned into now is it's turned into a lot of new apartment complexes like downtown LA. It's turned into places where young people are coming to stay and rent. And in fact, want to cross? Let's cross right here. Yeah, go across the street so we get over there. So we're going to go past another great theater here, guys. For those of you who have never been down here to Hollywood Boulevard, we are literally walking across Hollywood Boulevard. You can see coming at us from where we were at, and you can see going down Hollywood Boulevard this way. It's not as jam-packed and crowded, a lot of little shops. The big theaters are down on the other side. It really has changed so much, Lisa French. The boulevard has really changed a lot. It's changed a lot than when I was a kid coming down here and hanging out and cruising and having fun in the 1970s. It turned into a ghetto in the late 70s and 80s, just a ghetto. And
the world is a ghetto. The temptuous temptations.
Temptations
to get you grooving.
And grooving on Santa Claus right here. He's going to be checking in here. This is a Santa Claus event that's always taking place here. And the world famous Santa Christmas Day Parade comes down Hollywood Boulevard right here. Dan the Man, and we're going to be covering that this year.
Okay, I'm going to run out and attack the celebrities.
No, I'm going to have you dress up like a reindeer.
I have the horns already.
And the tail is growing. You're such an evil red devil, you. And so as we walk down more, we were going to walk past a Scientologist. And what Scientologists do is they try to recruit people to come here and take their free personality test right here. That's what they want to do. That's how they increase their membership. And they've been here for a long period of time. When I went in there once because I was getting my high school suit made down the street by a tailor, I went in there to blow time when I was 17, didn't know what Scientology was about. They tried to recruit me. They told me that my whole life was messed up, that I hated my mother and I hated my dad, and that I should commit suicide, and that I was not a good person. I was evil, and I was a lonely heart, and I was everything, damn it, man. I thought I was like a hatchet murderer, man. That's what they told me.
Wow.
So you know what I told them? I said, yeah, you're right. I am. And I know where you live. And I'm going to follow you after you get off work. And I'm going to cut you up and eat you. That's what I told the Scientologists. So you know what they did? Damn it, man.
What?
They hurriedly ushered me out of the building.
You were happy, huh?
Actually, it was a lot of fun. So now we're walking past another great theater here, the Egyptian Theater. And the first movie to ever play at the Egyptian Theater, can you guess it? This is the AFI Film Fest. This is something else that's going on. They've got red carpets going on here right now because it's the AFI Film Festival. And what they do is, it's like a film festival. It's all over Hollywood and Los Angeles, especially Hollywood, AFI. And they're an organization. And what they do is they put on these film festivals, and
There
independent producers are allowed to come here and enter their film.
we go, Sally Fields.
Enter their film. Oh, no, it isn't. Yeah, right. They enter their films in these festivals, and then what happens is they get judged and they win an award, and it's very good for independent producers because it allows them to hopefully get some distribution, and that's what they're doing. So this is the cast of this particular film, and the press are here and all of that. We did one earlier during the AFI Fest, and that's it. I'm AFI'd out already. So anyway, can you tell me the first movie? Can you tell me the first movie that was ever produced or that was ever shown, Dan the Man? Can you tell me the first movie that was shown at the Egyptian Theater on its grand opening?
This is a wild guess. Hell's Angels.
No! I'm going to give you another guess. He had a rich, beautiful voice, and he played in the first Planet of the Apes.
It could have been Burt Lancaster.
No! No. And he also...
It could have been Charles Heston.
You got it. Charles Heston. And the
You dirty ape.
and the 10 Commandments. That was the first film shown at the Egyptian.
Wow.
In fact, the Egyptian was built for that screening because it was owned by the studio at that time, this land. And they built that theater, and that was the first one. And it was a huge event, of course, the 10 Commandments with Charles Heston.
Human see, human do.
That's right. So anyhow, they're breaking down now, and we're headed out here. We're headed down here and going this way as we head back because the event's going to be starting pretty soon. This is what new limos look like. Limos are like this now. See, they're Suburbans. That's what people are using now as a limousine, the Suburbans, and these black Suburbans. No longer. Oh my God! Is it Elvis? Is it Elvis?
You ain't nothing but a hound dog crying all the time.
Mike.
Your
Lord.
mama's in the kitchen.
Lord help me. The ghost of Elvis has appeared on Hollywood Blvd. So we're headed back now, and we're going to go past one of the most famous Italian restaurants in Hollywood, and the oldest one. Even it wasn't the oldest restaurant. Musso and Frank is, but this is the oldest Italian theater, Italian restaurant for Italian food, going all the way back to 1949. I think we're not going to hit that because that's down one street behind us, Dan. That's on Las Palmas.
Yes.
So we won't be going there. And Las Palmas is that way. So we're actually going that way. Okay? Oh, that means we get to walk past the Scientologists again. Are you ready? Should we engage them?
At your own risk.
Oh, I actually engaged them earlier. Oh, Lord. Engage the Scientologists, Jesse T. Engage them. So we're going to engage this guy. So I have a question for you. And you're live on Facebook. Are you allowed to do that?
No, I'm not gonna.
Okay, I just want to understand a little bit the history and when Scientology started. How
What's
long?
not gonna be to you?
It's not going to be. So, but I'm always going to try because I do. That's just what I do. 20 years or 30 years? 40 years? 50?
Remember the not gonna part?
I forgot it already. Gosh darn it.
All right, have a good life.
All right, I thank you. You have a great life too. See? There you go. They are not allowed to put themselves on camera, and when you want to ask a simple question, they won't even ask you. They won't answer you. Yet they're out here recruiting people to come into their clique, their sect, their, what do they call that? What do they call that? When people are grabbed up and kidnapped and thrown into a cult. A cult. So I asked them nicely a simple question: how long has Scientology been around? Now, how difficult was that? Look at this guy right here. 10-4, 10-4.
2150 to headquarters, 10-4, 10-4.
That's right. Dun, dun,
The
dun.
California Highway Patrol is here to tell you. Dump, 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 through your highways, byways, cul-de-sacs. The Highway Patrol is there.
Broderick Crawford, 10-4, 10-4, 10-4, 10-4. So,
I hope your picture turned out good.
only Dan the Man in the house. So, now, turn around, guys. Scientology guys, turn around. You can't be on my camera. I don't want to talk to you. I'm not going to tell you anything about me. Yeah, they were the scouts of Scientology. They were down yonder a little bit. So they give the brochure out, and the guy sees the guys holding the brochure, and he collects them. Oh, Lord, don't you love them? Yeah, Jesse T taking on the Scientologists on Hollywood Boulevard. I told you I was going to get into some mischievous little fun. I would have sat there and engaged the guy and drove him absolutely crazy.
And what did P.T. Barnum once say?
What did P.T. Barnum say?
There's a sucker born every minute.
Every minute. One of my favorite all-time movie stars, so sexy, Olivia de Havilland. Oh, whoo!
And Bert's buddy right here.
Oh yeah, Burt Ward, Adam West, because we're getting closer to the Hollywood Museum. Adam West. Judy Garland, upside down. Judy Garland is upside down. Arnold Schwarzenegger. All right, guys, the Jesse T Show just kind of getting warmed up. I found Dan the Man. We had fun with Scientologists already. We got to see some stars on the ground. Not often, Dan the Man, do you see stars laying out for you like they are today.
Yes, in Hollywood, they lie on the stars and look at the sand.
That's right. So we're going to go up. We've got this great event. Superstar Stephanie Powers, another. Marilyn Monroe is right here. We got people sleeping on the streets with their dogs. You even got that here in Hollywood. You have everything here. Best time to come out here is when before 9 o'clock. Around 8 o'clock, it starts getting a little seedy around here. Jay Leno, Charles Bickford, starts getting a little tough. So,
Hey, there's the president.
where?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a terrible. All right, here we go. So let me tell you what's going to be going on here right now. But before I do that, I'm going to show you this sign, guys. So you kind of get an idea of Hollywood. See? So I'm going to kind of go close up here. See? This is Hollywood Boulevard. We're down here where the Jimmy Kimmel Show is, in the Hard Rock Cafe. You have the Lowe's Hotel, which is kind of over behind us. Toy and Customs Incorporated. L. Ron Hubbard Exhibition Center. That's kind of where we were at. That's kind of down there. So you kind of get an idea. Pretty much Hollywood Boulevard was built in the 1920s into the 1930s for Hollywood. All right, so this is what we got coming up, guys. We're going to be broadcasting live in about 30 minutes. We're going to be at the Hollywood Museum right there. All the stars are going to be showing up that are going to be showing up for this very special event.
Are you with the Jerry Springer Show?
No, I'm not. Are you?
I might be with the Jerry Springer Show. Hi, Jerry. I'm 62. I've never been married. I need some help. I'm still looking for love.
Jerry. And you know how she laughs?
You know what I would
You know
like
how
to
she
know
laughs?
is what kind of love are you looking for?
I'm looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love in too many places. Johnny Lee, I still love you, baby. I'll give you a head on your buzz with Willie Nelson.
Wow!
That's where I'm from.
Well, you do.
I mean, Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, Chris Christopherson, Leon Russell, Johnny Lee.
Did you do them all?
Yeah, down there at Willie's 4th of July picnics.
You got them all covered.
1970, Willie Nelson taught me how to be a groupie.
Well, you know something?
Go Sooners.
I couldn't participate in that because I was only 10.
Well, that's okay because there's a such thing as Viagra and condoms today.
You know something?
What?
I love you. What's your name?
My name is Mary Martin. I've been a background actor for 40 years. I've had a good life here in Hollywood, California.
Good for you.
And I'm a maid, and the maids know everything.
They know everything.
I know. And
Yes.
that's for real.
And they're sworn by writing a
Justice.
piece of paper that they cannot talk about the things that they
I'll
know.
tell you who I am the maid to.
Who are you the maid to?
And that I'm so proud of. I am the maid to Miss Peggy Sapir. Her husband owns Starline Tours. I have been with her for 40 years, and I'm very proud of them.
God bless you.
And I became a background actor for 40 years from Houston, Galveston, and Texas.
You used to be able to make a good living being in SEG. The
I
Screen
don't
Extras
join the
Guild.
union. No
Yeah.
union for me.
No?
Hook 'em hard.
You're not. You're a free work state lady.
No. I work for Safeway, and I joined the union in Galveston, Texas. I knew where all the parties were. You know where Robert Durst got down and killed his lover.
Oh yeah.
Cut his lover up and threw him on the rocks. And Susan Chris says, "Oh, well, I went out to the crime scene, but how did he get a no bill?" Okay, Susan Crisp, I know you and Susan Baker and Andrew Z. Baker out of Galveston Island, Texas. Charlton Heston was my acting teacher because your daddy.
Charlton Heston?
Yes.
Really?
Your daddy.
My
paid for
God,
acting
we did
classes.
it to ourselves.
No, I did Repo Man. I started out on J.R. Sue Ellen's wedding.
You did Repo Man?
Galveston, oh Galveston.
We can still hear your sea waves blowing.
Blowing.
And
Come on, Dan the man.
And Glenn Campbell.
we love you, Glenn. Ha ha. Mary's a background actor, and I get paid for yelling. Yes, man. No, man. No, man. Now I turned 62, and guess what? I got paid. Burp, burp.
We love you, baby.
We're gonna have my first in your apartment. Mary's never been married, and to get into Mary's New Year's Eve party, you have to take off all your clothes before when you enter, and then you got to spin the bottle to put your clothes back on.
So it's the opposite of strip poker. It's you come naked and it's poker back on.
Because we don't understand football, but we know what a football is, and we know what the Dallas Cowboys are.
Yes.
We all get dressed up, and we all treat you like you're at Sugar's in Houston, Texas.
Oh no!
And you got 69 yards! Yeah, well, you do 69 strokes. You stand in line right here, the single men, the married men, the boyfriends. Everybody that wants their 69 strokes, just get in line. Nobody's getting mad. If you get mad, you gotta go beat up the motorcycle with the sledgehammer. Okay, if you get a touchdown, what do you get to do? You get to come one time. And there's enough girls at the party to take care of anybody that wants to come 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 times. And you are probably
Look it. I have a hard time doing that once.
Well, that's have Viagra now, sir.
Mary, have a good night.
Today, preventing yourself from pregnancy or VD. A solution to this problem is try new Trojan condoms. While no other contraceptive provides 100% protection, Trojan condoms, when properly used, effectively aid in the prevention of pregnancy and VD. Sold in all drugstores. This is a public service message sponsored by your Trojan Condom Incorporation.
I like it.
What is this? First served, first come?
Okay, Buddy Powell. Bump, 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 bump. That's my acting coach now. That little man on the Six Flags commercial.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he does all the scenes.
Oh boy. You never know who you're gonna meet on Hollywood Boulevard. And it's time for us to get ready. Jesse T, we'll be back with you in a little bit, live from the Hollywood Museum in just a few.